It's 2022 and this is a pretty standard suburban refrigerator. Plastic, 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 more plastic, 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 plastic. Hi, I'm James Hurst, journalist and videographer. I wanted to find out how to live without plastics, so I went to people who really know from experience, people who lived in a time before plastics were available. This is what they had to say.
When we were kids, we used to have deliveries if you could afford it.
During the 40s and 50s, we didn't see plastic much at all. If you bought anything in the store, it came in a paper bag, if you were lucky. Either that or you took your own bag along.
Used to have deliveries if you could afford it to your house with lemonade or Tizer. It was all in glass bottles, which you could return for tuppence or whatever it was in them days.
We used to have the pot man would come round on a lorry with crates, and it would be in glass bottles, and you would go, the Corona man, he was...
And that was all we saw. I mean, as for toys, no. I mean, we played probably with very dangerous toys because like the soldiers I played with were lead.
With everything we grew, Father had 4 allotments and a small orchard. All the vegetables in the garden we used as and when we needed them. They stayed in the ground. Your onions, your potatoes, your peas, your runner beans, your beetroot.
And you would go out with your empties and choose your next one, and you could have one a week. That's what we were allowed.
But we had gooseberry bushes, we had raspberry bushes, we had...
Yes.
So, apples.
Everything was delivered in those days. I mean, you could get your bread, your milk, everything delivered to the house.
Apple pie made from scratch.
In most gardens, and I grew up in the middle of London, you had a vegetable patch, even if you had a tiny garden. If not, you had an allotment. And I distinctly remember we getting all our radishes and vegetables from the garden. We had apple trees. Now we have a massive apple tree here. We were saying this the other day, how did we store the apples in the olden days? A line of apples, line of newspaper, line of apples in the shed.